Okay, one more time. All right. I'm April White.
And I'm Christopher Tompkins.
And you're on the line with the Hype Busters.
Welcome. Ready for some real talk on strategic communications?
You're in the right place.
All right. Woohoo!
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that is some real non-energy energy. How you doing, everyone?
Hey, welcome to Hype Busters. That was April welcoming you to the show. And this is Chris telling you what April just did.
I mean, we're off to a rip-roaring start here.
Yeah, I think we are. I like that. I like that.
How's your week?
Yeah, it's just starting, which is interesting. It's good. It's good. We have a lot. We've been growing, so we have lots of new clients. We have lots of new staff. So it's juggling all of that stuff, which is okay. But I'm really excited. Completely different track than work and professional. I got 2 beds that we're going to have outside that are lifted. They're lifted, and we're going to do herbs in one and vegetables in the other.
Oh,
So
flower beds. I was like, you
yeah, they're
putting
like
2
lifted.
beds
They're
out,
like,
lift 2 lifted beds outside? Like, what's happening?
yeah, well, for the sex parties, but no, like they're 2 planting troughs, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And we have one right now, but it's kind of like it's had its day. So I'm really excited. My mom was showing me how she made this tomato plant grow like crazy, because anything that takes heat and sun grows like weeds here. And
I see.
tomatoes are one of them. So I'm really excited. I'm gonna get that all set up, and we're getting rid of our grill, and we're gonna put our vegetable garden where our grill was. So I'm excited about that too, because I don't like grilling.
Is this
So
like is this a living plant diet focused move, or you just don't like to grill outside because it's already too hot in Florida?
I don't like. It's too hot already for
Okay.
grilling. And Bill and I talked about it, and it's just like we don't like working the grill, and also we
Yeah,
don't have like tons of like barbecue parties. We're more
I
like
see.
making in the formal. We're like sitting down in the formal dining room rather than like sitting outside with a paper plate and like a spork with a hot dog. Like I mean, we're more China than sporkage.
I see. I
Uh,
see.
so anyway, exactly. We're okay, everybody. I got your coffee. We're gonna sit in the formal dining room and have it. I mean, like I'm not that bad,
Yeah, yeah.
but if I'm cooking, you're sitting at a table.
Okay.
Yeah, unless it's kind of
I
like
like this.
hungover, kind of the morning after fun kind of thing. Then we can
Right,
do
right.
whatever.
And what are you gonna put in the plant beds?
I think I'm gonna grow peppers and tomatoes in one, and possibly maybe mushrooms, and then we're going to do basil, oregano, chives, like all of the rest in the other one.
I
So
love
we're
it.
gonna, because I love making. I like the basil grows like crazy, and I make my own pesto. So I make pesto, and then I pass it around to like the neighbors, and so it's fun.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I love it.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting back into that. And also, like, it's just nice to be when you're outside and like the breeze blows and you can smell it. It's just nice.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to
Nice.
that.
It's like
I
the
like,
Florida version of being a prepper.
yes, exactly. So when end of times come, I will have all of my seasonings intact and tomatoes. So I can make almost a caprese salad, but
I
that's it.
minus the cheese.
Minus the cheese.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's kind of the central part, but
It is. It's kind of like it's like the main feature for many a
see,
person. But that's what I'm excited about. This week we're gonna be doing that over the next few days. So I'm excited to get my hands in soil. It's been so long because
nice.
everything here is sand. If you dig anything, like in my backyard, my front yard, it's like you hit sand so quickly. It's like it's not even worth it.
Yeah. Nice.
So yes, that's my fertile life. What is how's it been since the last time we recorded this barnstormer of a show that everyone is raving about? Even Ad Age has a write up about it, but you can't read it
Oh,
because you're not a subscriber.
I've been on some fun adventures. So I actually managed to take weekends off for the first time since the end of January.
Oh, what
Um,
a lazy son of a.
I know, right? I couldn't believe it. I actually did the math. I was like, why am I so burnt out? I was like, oh, because I haven't taken one day off
Isn't that
in
crazy?
4 months.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. What am I doing to myself? So So took some time off. We ended up breaking into the north rim of the Grand Canyon, which isn't officially open yet, by taking some back roads that were not. It wasn't illegal or anything. It's just that the main drag and the main gate are not open. So we
Right.
because we're doing this overlanding thing now. We took all these back roads to the north rim and camped out there. We're literally on the north rim of the Grand Canyon.
Wow.
You wake up and it's like, ah,
That's great.
amazing. It's crazy. Yeah,
Wow.
crazy. And then I've been learning how to do some of the overlanding driving with my four-wheel drive. So that's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, talk about like putting your back out.
It's not really like that. It seems like it would be really. It's not like I think you're thinking of people that get on those four-wheelers or dirt bikes or things like that where you're like ripping around crazy terrain. It's not like that because you're using your actual nice vehicle
Mhm.
that just has four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive capabilities and making sure that you can still drive it home. So it's all very like calculated and careful and kind of slow. It's just that you're slowly driving through the wilderness.
Wow. That sounds like
Yeah.
torture. No, because I know the terrain, and it's like so the game of it is to like, okay, oh, there's a hole over there. How shall we maneuver this hole? And is that part of it? Like, is it
It's
kind
like
of
that
like,
and rocks. Yeah.
what shall we do here? Let's think. Is
Right.
it like that kind of thing? Like you're trying to like figure out how to drive over these holes and rocks?
Some of it, yeah.
Okay, that
And
sounds
then it's also like downshifting to be careful with your car when you don't want to burn out the brakes and things like that if you're doing up and down windy stuff.
oh wow. Well,
Yeah. So
you have
you
your
would
best.
you would love my life. Just kidding. You would hate it.
I would probably be in a constant state of my pants on those rides. Not because I'd be scared, just because my bowels would be jostled so violently and then slowly.
It's not
Um,
like that. It really isn't.
it's
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 not
a food.
it's not like that. But yeah, it's cool cuz it's kind of like you can cover a lot more ground than if you were hiking. So it's sort
Mhm.
of like hiking on crack cuz you can see all kinds of different terrain that you wouldn't have the speed for if you were just walking in the woods.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Well, now that you every one of our listeners has,
they're Googling overlanding right now.
yeah, or they're seeing like, I wonder if that Neil Patel podcast has a new episode. But you know what? But you know what, folks? This is why you come here. This is why you gave us those 5-star ratings. I really want to say that I appreciate the reviews, Mom. Thanks for writing that. And I love our loyal listeners. So, what did you come here for? You came here for some like hardcore hype busting action, and we have quite a bit of hype busting action today. The first one. Let's get into our breaking news. How about that?
Yep, let's do it. Let's
Let's
bust
do
some hype.
it. Oh my god. Are you excited? Is that what you said?
I said, let's bust some hype.
Let's bust some life. Okay, excellent. So we're gonna talk about the social media site BeReal. April, do you want to kind of just talk through this one a little bit?
Yeah. So basically, there's this. Are you laughing at me already? Oh, I thought you. I
No, no,
thought
no,
you were.
no. I have allergies. It's
I was
pollen.
like, I
Because
didn't
I'm
even start,
underlanding.
and you're laughing at me because you're underlanding
No, I'm underlanding. I'm underlanding.
instead of
I'm like I'm level landing.
overlanding.
I'm middle
Um.
mezzanine landing.
So basically, there's a new social media platform called BeReal, and the
Mm,
whole sort of ethos of it is that you want to be more authentic, true to yourself. They don't allow filters. Everything's supposed to be very in the moment where you actually are in your real life rather than trying to position yourself as something fabulous that real life isn't. And so they have this feature where you have to capture within a 2-minute notification what you're doing in that moment. So unless you're somebody that's just a constant influencer ready make with makeup and hair and a perfect location at all times,
mm,
the idea is that you have to show what you're actually doing in those 2 minutes in real time, or you don't, I guess you don't get to post, right?
mhm,
So it's kind of interesting. I cannot imagine a universe in which I would have time for that.
mhm.
Like, or those 2 minutes would be something where I actually could do that. But I mean, I would say A for concept, maybe like a C or a D for would I actually want to do this? Maybe an F, like somewhere between an F and a C. But I mean, I like the commitment to things being less fake
Mhm.
on social. I think that's cool.
Yes. What I think is really smart about this, I agree with you. What I find really interesting about this is that this whole app functions on you turning on your notifications to wait for the notification. And I think that that is really powerful because notifications are what get users to come back and to utilize a tool like this. So I think that that's really intelligent that they did that because that's the main, obviously, be real, be authentic, be yourself, no bullshit, like whatever, off. Like,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
I think the thing is that, and I'm not saying that none of those things aren't great, but that's like saying lose weight, no effort.
yeah,
So I think that what's really smart about this is the anticipation and randomness because actually it says it's not random. They've chosen times for you. And I think what they've done is they've chosen it based off of the information that you put into the account and what they can glean off it, what your friends have,
yeah.
and whatever to make it interesting. Do I think it's going to be around in 8 months? No.
No, me
But I
either.
do feel like there's elements of this that could be sucked into another platform.
Mhm. Yeah, agreed.
Because it's kind of like it's a prompted Snapchat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like because you remember I don't know if you experienced this when they're Zoomers, I guess they'd be considered. When they would use Snapchat when they were young, they would take like a picture of half of their face in the ceiling, and then that's how they were sharing their pictures. And it was like a picture of the floor that was blurry, and then they would just be doing that all freaking day long. And it's basically the baby version of this concept. It's the same thing. They're just taking random shots of
That's
what they're doing at the
interesting.
moment.
I remember talking
And
about that.
yeah, and then this came along, which is a little just looking through the website for BeReal. You can look at it, it's BeReal.com, I believe.
Mhm.
Is it really? No, it's not. They can never get that in a freaking million years. It's BERE.al. Couldn't get that, could you
Huh.
guys? Sorry.
That's
But
weird.
yeah, it looks very cinematic and very cute and very nice. But again, I think it's a cool feature that is not going to be around much longer. So
Yeah, agreed.
ca- catch it quick, folks. Yeah, yes. And also, while you're out there, you know what? Quit baiting engagement, people, because LinkedIn's pissed and it's mad as hell and it's not taking it anymore. You know what? It's tired of your bullshit engagement baiting posting. Talking to you, Brenda. You know, okay, so what is this story? LinkedIn updates the feed algorithm to downrank engagement baiting posts and polls. So polls, number one feature on LinkedIn that was brought out a little while ago.
Mhm.
What did everybody find out? That if you did a poll, you got tons of engagement and more people saw your stuff than ever before. What did smart people do? Post more polls. What did people complain about? Why is there so many polls in my feed? What did LinkedIn do? Change the algorithm. So that's what's happening. And
Yeah,
there's lots of posts out there that are kind of like, what do you think? Yes or no? Comment like that are like literally offering nothing and asking a question.
yeah.
These are things that LinkedIn's going to be looking at going forward because it's getting record levels of engagement and growth for 6 quarters in a row. So
Wow.
one of the things you need to understand about LinkedIn, everyone that's listening to this episode, or listening to one of our archived episodes right after because you just can't get enough of apes and C. But
Why
you
am
know,
I apes in your seat? Why can't I be A and you be like, shit?
A and shit. What about if you want more of A and shit? What is it? It's like ah, ch, ach. It's like Sesame Street. Or so anyway. But if you're not fucking with LinkedIn, you're missing out. Like LinkedIn has a lot of really great features. B2B, B2C, whatever you want. If you want to build your referral base, you want to do just learn from other people. it's becoming the place to go. Why? Because a lot of people can't do in-person stuff. And some people have been kind of out of the loop for a while, and they found out that I can do the same thing in person on
Mm.
LinkedIn. So why am I not doing it there? And they're just putting the time that it took, like that hour and a half to get dressed to drive over to the network event and see all those and have some old pastries. They could just sit at home with their Nespresso and kind of like have a have a gay old time on LinkedIn.
Mhm, mhm.
So, but again, they don't want to junk up the feed because the content that performs really well on LinkedIn is really heavy thought leadership content that's long and well thought out, like almost like
Mm,
mini essays. And those do so well.
mm.
And I find them thought provoking. I find them interesting. I also feel them very self indulgent as well, but I'm
Yeah,
extremely
that can
judgy.
be.
Yeah, I'm very
You're
judgy with content.
extremely what? Judgmental, is that what you said?
Judgmental, yeah. Because that's my job is just to judge everything. So I'm like, it's like I'm like the internet is my America's Got Talent. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, what do you got? I'm judging you. I'm giving you an X. I'm going to give you a gold ticket or whatever the hell they give those bastards. Um, but yeah. So if you're out there using the pull feature, dial it back, homie. You know, it's not going to do you a lot of good.
Yep,
Look to see who thought leaders in your space and what they're doing with their posts to kind of still get the engagement but sidestep it. I
yep.
think essay long form thought leadership content is where you can find it in its place.
Okay.
Although polls take 3 seconds to build. So kiss it goodbye, suckers. Then we have April, one of your favorite stories. Oh my gosh, this story. You were talking about this. You were like, "Oh my god, where can I get this plant?"
So, Google is offering a new image search feature that basically you can take a picture of something in your world, whether it's food that you want to find at a restaurant near you or
No,
plant care instructions for a plant you have in your house that you don't know how much light or water it needs. And you take a picture and then boop, you get results. I think that's kind of cool. I mean, I don't
no, no.
totally understand the picture to find a restaurant. I do understand, okay, somebody posted this like organic sugar-free chocolate made with cacao from Argentina or whatever, and you're like, "Oh my god, where do I find it?" Um, that's a really bad example. You can
It's
laugh.
really specific. But even Google stuff, they're like, we're just saying, like, take a picture of like a noodle bowl, and I'll tell you where you can get Chinese food. Jesus. April's like cacao powder with saffron from a mountaintop flower. Like, Jesus. Poor Google. It's sweating over there. Chill,
That's how
Googs.
that's how my brain works.
Just a smooth. And see, that's why people tune in and gave us 5-star ratings on
Yeah, it's all
iTunes.
me. It's
It's
only because of me.
it is.
Yeah.
It's how you say cacao that really brings them in. Uh,
Mhm.
but here's the deal.
Bridgerton.
It's the Bridgerton of it all. You and your
Yeah,
like cheap
yeah.
smut. The but what it is think about it like this. Imagine you had like a magazine that you were looking through.
Mhm.
And in the magazine there was like a weird recipe for like a angel food cake out of the blue.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, "Oh, that would be perfect for the party that I'm having." You take a picture of that from your magazine, it would then give you local results as to where you can buy it, like a bakery.
Yep.
I think that's where they're taking it. So it's things that you're exposed to in your real life. Like for me,
Mhm.
they've had this for a while with Google where you can go out and take a picture of a leaf, because I've done that when I've been out with Olive, because Olive will be sniffing and licking like a plant, and I take a picture of it to see if it was poisonous.
Oh, that's smart.
So you can do that, and you could do that if you're overlanding as well. You can take a picture of a hole to see if you have to maneuver right or left or downshift. But
This is definitely not how that would work.
I know, but I'm saying though, if you're looking for a dish like that, that's kind of what they're saying.
Yeah.
Um, and also, like if you were talking before about your that soda or whatever drink you're looking for, you could take a picture of a can and see if they have it at your local Whole Foods or
Yeah.
Nature's food store or whatever. So I think it's a more evolved way
Mhm.
of using the search that's been around for a while. I mean, God, freaking Catfish has been using it, the TV show,
Mhm.
for ages. So, like, I think that there's value to it. Do I? Do I know how fast it's going to be utilized instead of typing in Chinese food near me? Because I could say, find a Siri, find Chinese food near me, and it's gonna give it to me
Yeah.
rather than finding it.
You know,
And
you can
so
also now take pictures of I think this is a separate feature, but I just discovered it this weekend. We probably have known about this for 4 months.
maybe,
But you can take a picture of another something in another language and it gives you an English translation.
yeah. Actually, I
How
didn't know that
how
Dale
long
knew.
has that been around?
I don't. I think it was with the last update or the update before. I'm not exactly sure because Dale does that all the time. Because we have some friends that speak different languages, and we will do that. Like he'll get them to send something in their language, and then he'll try to translate it.
Yep. Cool. I like it.
I'm too busy planting my herbs. So, folks, everybody, wasn't that great? Wasn't that great section? That was the news. Everything that was fit to print. So, I think it's time for point counterpoint. What do you
Let's do
think?
it.
Let's
Yep,
do it.
let's
You're just so agreeable.
fight.
You're like
Let's
yes,
fight.
anding this joke.
I want to fight. I want to fight. Let's go.
All right, point counterpoint. Okay,
Let's
this
come.
is one of your favorite
Let's go
sites.
at it.
Well, not anymore since they took the porn off, but you do still like it. So we have a story here. April, do you want to take this one about taking a tumbler,
I mean, the way that you set it
Manscaped?
up, yeah, how could I not?
Yeah, right.
The From Marketing Brew, why Manscaped is leaning into ads on Tumblr.
Watch out, world.
Yeah. So basically, on the same day that Elon struck the deal to buy Twitter, Tumblr saw a 19% increase in new user signups relative to their average daily user signups, which is interesting. They're saying they're making
By the way, that's probably like 5 people signed up instead of two. Just let's think this 19% is a little relative.
Okay.
Just
Yeah. Yeah. Well, usually people use percentages. I know from PR when you don't want to use numbers because the numbers either don't sound impressive or you just want people to know the actual numbers. But
yep.
basically, it says you can argue that Tumblr is making its return to the zeitgeist for
Mm,
months now. I don't know if that's true, but yeah. So basically, direct ad
okay.
sales rose 230% over a year in Q4 of last year. So tumbling into Tumblr is is the new thing. So Tyler Wentworth, Manscaped's director of social media, told us via email that Gen Z is a core segment of the brand's most avid fans and followers, they said, adding that they're a significant and growing demographic within the brand's customer base. This is, I mean, I'm kind of finding this whole thing a little bit snoozy, but but I think it's
Whatever.
interesting. But I think it's interesting that Tumblr is something that we're talking about again. I kind of thought Tumblr was a thing of the past.
Well, I guess it's kind of one of those things where, like, if you're growing up, if you're a child of the 80s, the 70s was something that you were looking into. And if you're a
Hmm.
child of the 90s, the 80s was something that you looked into as kind of like
Hmm.
retro. I think that this is kind of there's concepts online that fit that same mold.
Hmm.
For example, they're bringing back all of the real world casts from the 90s and they're doing another show, a reunion show where they do a whole new season with them on Paramount Plus. It's that
Hmm.
nostalgia, but also with Tumblr, there's something that's a little bit different. And Tumblr is not agenda driven and it's very I don't want to say nonconformist, but it's a place where you can just express whatever the you want to express. So when people are sharing things, it's kind of like all different parts of their personality. It's not just like equal rights or Trump flag or you know what I mean? It's a
Hmm.
little bit different and it's really, really primed for Zoomers because that's the type of anonymity and kind of just that space to create without pressure, social pressures that they really
Hmm.
enjoy. That's a Zoomer quality. And Zooms are they're the one that everyone's trying to get. No one knows how to get them. And they found that they're on Tumblr. And I think that's why advertising and that's why Manscaped has gone there. Now, Manscaped, not necessarily really big with that age group. Okay. Manscaped is not like, I mean, it's a pube shaver. I mean, it's like, I mean, that's what it is. I mean, that's manscaping. So Zoomers are not necessarily in the like target audience for Manscaped, I don't think. But so I think that's a little off target.
Hmm.
But I do think that anybody that's trying to reach a Zoomer audience, Tumblr is a good spot for them. And I guarantee you those ads are not very expensive because they don't have a massive user base.
Mhm.
And every time something up happens with one of the social media platforms, they do see a surge. That and Reddit, but Reddit, I mean, no, you have to be very careful about trying to market yourself on Reddit.
Mhm.
Um, it's dangerous ground. But welcome back, Tumblr. Now with less pain. So
With less peeing?
pain. So the point counterpoint
Ah,
landed on that one. That was a ruthless
I mean,
back and forth that we had on that one.
we didn't really disagree, did we?
I said welcome back, and you said what?
I I
I'm
thought it
falling
was
asleep over here.
I'm bored. Yeah, I was bored. I'm still bored.
No, I would say that my counterpoint is that I'm not bored with that one, even though it is boring, because it's just I don't know. I'm sorry, gang. I find Zoomers a snooze fest, and I think that Tumblr's a snooze fest. So it's a match made in heaven. Go over and play. I'm not interested.
Okay,
Um, then we have
perfect.
another story, which is one that I actually really do like, and it's how to encourage employee generated content. This is from PR Daily, and it's basically talking about how EGC, which is employee generated content. Have you heard of EGC before yet?
Yeah.
Okay, really fuels employee retention, engagement, and recruitment. So, what do you think about this?
I mean, I think it's really hard to get employees, even those who love the company they're working for, to do anything with social media that's work related. Most people don't want to mix work stuff and personal stuff on social. They'd almost have to have two separate accounts. But I mean, I do because it's my company. And even then, it's sometimes a little like, should I be putting this much work stuff on my personal? Everyone just wants to see pictures of my animals and my trips, right? Like, like
Mhm.
does
Right.
anybody or pictures of me and like, you know, doing something fun? Like, I don't think people want to know anything about my job.
Mm.
Most of us don't even know what our friends do in any great detail, right? It's like, oh yeah, you work for a market research company, cool. Like it's not like you want to know what their market research company is doing with their expansion, you know?
But think about it in a different way.
Okay.
Think about if the content that was being
This is the
shared,
counterpoint part.
this is the counterpoint. And you were listening to us live on Hype Busters on a pre-recorded segment. The live for us, archive for you folks. Enjoy. But yeah, what I feel counterpoint is that brands need to be more authentically attached to their story and their mission. And if that is the case, their mission can be larger than just a brand, and it can have a message that would be very easily shared by an employee that wouldn't have that brand on it. It's
Mhm.
in the brand storyline. So EGC could be sharing something that's been generated from the company account that they could put their own comments on, but is not like leading back to some sort of conversion funnel. It's just something that's like a great statement or a great thought or something that actually supports them. And if you're working
Yeah.
for a company, you should believe in the mission of the company. So you should be able to support it. Or not the mission of the company, maybe just the values of the company. They should be aligned with yours. So if that's all right, the person that's coming up with the content that needs to be shared or coming up with ideas, they should be thinking about what the employees would share
Mhm.
onto maybe just a professional channel, maybe just a LinkedIn, maybe a Twitter, something that's a little bit more disposable. I wouldn't put it on
Mhm.
Instagram unless it was a story. I wouldn't say put it on Facebook unless it was a story on Facebook. You know what I mean? There would be different ways of doing it, and also you can incentivize them and reward them for sharing the message. Now, I'm not saying, "Hey, 5 minutes left to sign up for that webinar." You know who would say that? The fucking sales guys, and they'd be happy to do that. But
Yeah.
my head of HR wouldn't do that. My account manager wouldn't do that. I would not necessarily do that because it just comes off as inauthentic and a little bit used car salesman-y. So when done right, this could be very provoking, and it also could position that employee as a more intelligent, well-rounded individual.
That's
If
true.
done right.
If
I'm
done
not
right.
saying oh my God, employee generated content. I read an article about that. And just the employees got to share stuff. Okay, here's a post. Sign up today and get 25% off your order. I want all my employees to share that. Can you guys share that today? No, dude, they're gonna fucking hate you. Like
Yeah.
that's not how you do it. That's not employee generated content either.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, and it's different than, I think what you're saying is it's different than just encouraging the existing employees to share the existing posts. It's like, which is annoying AF to everyone, right?
Totally. And just think about it like this. If you were focusing on diversity as one of the things that it was really important to your brand or to your platform, and you had an employee that was going to do something either altruistic or in a group setting where there was a lot of people and doing something positive and they took a picture of it. That's great. That's something great to share. And it's like you can do,
Mhm.
and what you would do is maybe just do an employee highlight, but use that employee generated content, the image,
Mhm.
as you know what I mean? There's ways of doing it. I don't know. I think
Yeah.
it's really smart. I've been talking about employee advocacy programs, which is a little bit more what I'm explaining than this, because I think that you need the advocacy program before you get into the EGC because it's
Mhm.
sticky. But at the end of the day, the one thing is like, don't think about your employees as a number. Think about them as a family member that's going to like share a success or share a win or share
Yeah.
good news. Not just like, I'm paying you, jerk. Get it going. Because even just incentivizing people, I'm telling you, Generation Y, Generation Z, they want values to be shared that are aligned. They want to share stuff that are
Yeah.
tied to values, not like, oh, I'll just share this. I don't care what it looks like. There's more to it.
Yeah, it has to fit.
Mm,
Okay, I like it.
good. Well,
It was
then
a very that was a very productive count pointer point.
I'm
Count count count
super.
count point count pointer point.
I love point kind of point. Needlepoint. It's one of my favorite things. So okay, now that we're all warmed up, let's go to cash or trash.
Cash or trash!
This is where we get a stupid idea and then someone likes it and someone doesn't. Or we say cash or trash.
Yeah.
There we go. So if you've listened to previous episodes, we've talked about baloney face masks, we've talked about beer clothes, we've talked
Uh-huh.
about what was it, chocolate douches. There was like a whole
That was not one. That was not one.
what? Oh, that was right. That was one of the LinkedIn polls I had to take down. Which one of these was not a topic from an episode of Hype Busters? But you know what, loyal listeners, you would definitely know which one it is because you listen to everything we say. It's
Mhm.
meaningful, right? A plus. So, I think
Sarcasm
the
just
first one,
dripping out of his fangs.
yeah, totally. You know what I'm saying, mate? So,
What, like, sarcasm dripping from your fangs is Australian? Is that what you're saying?
no, a mate could be more than like it could
Oh,
be
okay. I
English.
thought you were making fun of our friends in Australia.
No, I sound like a drunk Irishman when I try to do an Australian. Um, but anyway, leave it to them. Let's talk about the first cash or trash involves one of your favorite beer brands, April.
Coors Light!
Yep, exactly. You
It's
want
not
to
one of
get
my
ready
favorites.
for that bikini body, fatty? Coors Light is the secret to
I mean,
thin.
yeah, nothing says bikini body like Coors Light.
No.
Uh,
Or like hot fart.
so
Um,
Coors Light wants to chill rooftops this summer with novel billboards.
oh my
They
God.
unveiled a new billboard campaign with signs painted on top of Miami buildings to help cool them down. They're known as chill boards, painted with a white coating that has been proven to reflect 85% of sunlight, per the company. The special white paint was provided by mule hide and can lower the surface temperature of roofs by up to 50 degrees. Ugh.
This sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. I already can't keep reading.
No, it's
Um,
boring. It's boring when
so
you have to
boring.
read so many freaking stats on why I'm interested in this. Yeah.
I hope for a second you're gonna love this because you know how I always make up weird things in my head of what something means.
Mhm.
I thought maybe chill boards were like misting people off the top of Miami buildings from billboards, and I was like, that's cool.
Oh, mist. Yeah, that would be mist boards.
It'd be amazing. But then I was like, oh, it's just like white to reflect sunlight? Trash.
I thought that they
What if
were,
they were misting? Like, if they were misting, like, Coors Light cans, like, onto the streets of hot Miami,
oh
A
my god, it
plus.
would smell like Norland's.
I mean, it couldn't actually be Coors Light. It'd have to be water. But what if it looked like it was Coors Light, just, like, misting you?
It would look like piss.
What if couldn't it just be water?
It could be water.
It's
If
like
you wanna do
cold, like,
whatever.
the cold condensation from the can, just like,
You know what? Get a garden hose, poke it with a needle, turn it on, put it around your roof, Coors Light mist board.
done. So much
I'm
better. You're welcome,
telling you.
Coors Light. Take my idea and
Yeah, I
run with
personally
it.
looked at the chill boards and I thought that they were cold boards that you laid on if you got hot. Boy, was I wrong. They were reflecting the light back into the atmosphere, burning holes in our ozone. Thanks, environment. But like I don't know. Coors Light, God bless you for trying to come up with something. But and what other real estate would be the cheapest thing you could possibly find? Building tops. Yeah. I don't think drones are going to be like out
I
trying to
say
get this
go
code.
back to the drawing board and use one of Chris or my ideas.
Yeah, exactly. And we have a plethora of them. And you can DM our ideas at hypebusters .edu. Okay,
Okay,
so
let's move on.
bye, chill boards.
Bye. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Pinterest.
Okay. This was one of April's top stories that she wanted to cover
Not.
in this episode.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Because nothing puts April to sleep like Pinterest and live streaming. So when you put them together, what do you
or
get? The
or or
no-dos of
or
April
Tumblr.
White. AW no-dos.
Yeah, I put this in the same boring category as freaking what's it called? I've already forgotten. I was so bored.
Tumblr.
Yeah, that.
Okay, so what does Pinterest have to say? Pinterest quietly launches a live streaming app for video creators. Why did it do it quietly? Because they're going to f it up. So they are going to. Okay, I personally like this a lot, and I think that this is actually kind of burying the lead. Pinterest is begging for this type of thing. Now, what I don't want to happen is for this to be like the main thing that happens on Pinterest, because then the boards, I think that if the live streaming could be incorporated into the boards and into the scroll, so there is a little bit of movement here or there, I think that that's pretty cool. And I think that could be a good upgrade for Pinterest because I mean, do you use Pinterest at all?
No.
You don't when you're trying to come up with recipes to take pictures of to find the restaurants locally on the Google app?
I mean, I have as much time for that as like the 2-minute window to take pictures of myself in authentic positions.
Oh man, be real, April. Be real. Be authentic. Be it's like BS. Um, so
Sunny
the
doesn't
app
like it either.
the app's debut, no, it's not broadly available to everybody right now, but creators are basically going to get a code to scan a barcode that you're able to gain access to the live streaming tools. They pretty much look exactly like something that you would see on an Instagram live stream that you've seen already. It's trying to. It's basically TikTok has changed how people are viewing things, and the platforms that have been around for a while are trying to hack into that space in some way, shape, or form. Now, I don't love that, but at least Pinterest isn't being like, now everybody get on here, do it. They're kind of just like, hey, you, hey, Cheryl, here's your code, get on there, and it's like, hey, Bob, here's your code. So they're like testing it, and I think that's kind of smart. Me, I would cache this. And you would trash it because Pinterest is too exciting?
I mean, I don't think it's terrible. I just the idea of one more freaking video thing on one more freaking social media thing. But I mean, I can half-heartedly gosh it. I don't really feel strong. I could kind of go either way. I just like
Well, look at
I
it this
I could put it I could put it in recycling.
I'm not gonna get well, it all goes to the same place. But I don't know. I kind of feel that the changes that they're making, TikTok woke everybody up. So if you're not trying to copy TikTok and you're trying to learn from it, I think there's value in that. And I think
Mm.
that how they're approaching it is smart. Now, other ones that are just kind of like Instagram's like, let's change it. Let's just change everything. Okay, let's just change it. No, roll it back, roll it back. Like they're just, it's like so ridiculous. It's like getting like I don't know, like strategic advice from Grover. So like I think it's kind of like, near far. And to learn more about Grover, if you're
Oh
a Zoomer,
god.
turn on your public broadcasting system or HBO, who now owns it.
Mhm.
Um, but uh, but yeah, I think this is great. I'm cashing it. You're trashing it, and
Yeah.
but
Sorry.
well, don't worry. It's made me hungry, and you know what I like? Finger licking good flowers.
Oh, that was such a smooth transition.
I
Look
know
at him.
I'm all about
Look at
smooth
him
because I
go.
am fully manscaped now on Tumblr.
Oh my god. So KFC is preparing chicken bouquets alongside with finger looking good creative. So
Yes.
they teamed up with Pro Flowers to introduce the Kentucky Fried Buck Bouquet. So it's like bucket, but bouquet. And it's a
Okay.
DIY floral arrangement that includes both flowers and fried chicken. That is super weird. So
Yeah.
basically, you if you pre-order a KFC side lovers meal via the mobile app or website, you get a promo code for a free kit from Pro Flowers that includes 12 roses, a glass vase, a KFC vase applique applique
Oh my God, you do not use Pinterest. It's applique.
applique. What is that for? Like to
The
put.
sticker. It's the sticker that's on the vase.
Oh my god. Okay, and I'm much too masculine for this apparently. 8 skewers and a Mother's Day card. And this is like for Mother's Day, but also not necessarily just for that. But it debuted in time for Mother's Day. Then you can assemble the bouquet that includes the roses and chicken at home. Now, I give this an A plus for creativity. I don't even know if there's a letter grade for the application of it. Like, is there any universe in which you'd actually give somebody a bouquet of chicken and roses?
I think I would give it to somebody that I was making fun of.
You give it as a joke, like Dick in a Box.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But Dick in a Box has at least a little bit of a payoff. Like this is like, I mean, I don't like mixing things that you can't. I'm a big believer. Don't put something on my plate if I can't eat it. Like even if it's a garnish, everything on your plate should be edible. So I don't like mixing like,
You don't want like a parsley sprig on top of your.
and that's fine because you can eat it. But don't put like some like
I
weird
see.
that I have to take off. Like no, don't try to kill me with the garnish. Everything should be it should be usable. Don't put a orange slice next to my fried fish because I don't know what the you're trying to tell me here. Like, you know what I mean? You're out of lemons. But anyway, but I digress. This is gross. And do you think the flowers would die if they're like have chicken rubbing up against them? Or do you think the chicken turns into flowers and like they cross pollinate?
I have no idea unless I mean maybe in some alien planet far, far away, if you ship them a bouquet of flowers and chicken, maybe they can do something with it. But otherwise, a normal person, I don't know what they do with that.
Well, I think they just use the applique. It's beautiful, actually, and I love that it's the Mother's Day card because it's very timely. It's like going to the dollar store and getting
Can
Christmas
you
candy.
imagine? It's like giving your mom the middle finger. Okay, what mom wants that?
So,
Like,
yeah, mom's dying for Dick in a Box, and you're giving her this.
I mean, I think most women would prefer a dick in a box, like chocolate peanuts. That would much better.
These are hot takes, folks, that get us that people pull quotes for us all the time and use them in articles. Um, 9 out of 10 women, April White says, prefer Dick in a Box for the
A
Christmas
bucket
yeah, a bucket
over a bucket.
over a bucket. Yeah, I this is one of those ones where it's kind of like it's stupid. It's like here's what I would do. Here's dear KFC. Don't go ahead and partner with that flowers. Let them do the vase. Let them do the pretties, the pretty applique, and the card and whatever, and the sticks, and then just make it all chicken, or like make the chicken into shapes, like an edible arrangement or something.
Or yeah, like a free maybe you just get free flowers for the promotion? Like,
Maybe.
you can get, like, a dozen roses and a bucket of chicken, like, separately?
My God,
I
that's
don't know.
I don't know. And then you put the bucket in the. Oh no, I don't know. It's a very troubling story.
I bet 2 people actually did it, so we can move on. Um,
Yeah.
I think
So
it's just a stunt. I don't
I'm
think anyone
I'm
even
trashing it. It's a stunt and a half.
trash. Let's get into IHOP doing an international bank of pancakes. The sunny influencer push.
Oh my God. Nothing really beats IHOP promoting the rollout of its first loyalty program with a campaign featuring influencers known for bringing a sense of joy to their professions. So, when I think of professionals that bring joy,
Uh-huh.
the first person I think is Niecy Nash, Emmett Smith, and Caitlin Oshashi. What? So let's get basically celebrities. So don't we think that's not what they're saying? I mean, when I think of joy, Emmett Smith isn't my first go-to. Um, so what they're doing is they're getting like famous people and helping the word, and they're helping the brand spread the word of the International Bank of Pancakes. The program doles out pan coins. Okay, all of this stuff is good. I like the International Bank of Pancakes. I like the pan coins. Um, and what they're doing is they're inspiring the rewards are inspired by cryptocurrency, but they're not crypto. It's
Mhm.
just the same deal. So anyway, the celebrities are giving them out and all that fun stuff.
Wait,
So
but
yeah,
what's the bank part? Help us understand that the pan
it,
coins and the wire anyway, keep going. What is happening?
you're thinking like they're opening up like an Amscot or a TD Bank or
Well,
something.
no,
No,
it's like it's funny because it's like the international bank is also kind of got like a bad reputation. So why would you lean on
true.
that? Right? Like, oh yeah, let's pick the Fed, like let's do the Fed of pancakes. Like, what are you doing? Like, who would do that?
Well, I think that what they're trying to do is they're trying to basically keep it IBOP, like IBOP. I think that there's a future in that in terms of like a slogan or something cute.
Hmm.
Basically, the IBOP is the holding house for all of your rewards. Your rewards are called pan coins. Then you basically get so many of them at punches on your card, which is probably like it's the equivalent of that. And then you get one of those absolutely revolting pancake dishes that they have at IHOP, which is like, have you ever eaten there?
Maybe once when I was not sober, but I honestly don't know for sure.
Okay. So you have to be drunk to be there. So like the so
It's a
the,
requirement. They take the breathalyzer at the door
it's
to
required,
make sure you got to be over a certain amount before they let you.
and anyone that's gone there drunk, just like a real big hint, don't put your arms on the table because if you get lazy, you'll take the skin right off from all of the maple syrup that's adhering your skin directly, and it's leaching out all the alcohol at the same time, which causes an adhesive that you can't even buy at Home Depot. So just letting you know. But it's like I went one time with some people, like family members or friends or something. I can't remember because it was just an
Oh
awful
God.
experience. I opened up the menu and everything sounded like Dairy Queen. And I was like, okay, this is gross. So I had like an egg and toast. Like it was like I tried to get like the one thing that they had at the time. And everyone had like these pancakes with like a whole can of whipped cream, like sauce, chocolate sauce, nuts. Like it looked like a banana split. Like everyone's pancakes look like banana splits. And they're like, oh,
No.
look at these chocolate pancakes. And it was like chocolate chip pancakes with Nutella between them and
Ew.
like whipped cream and like just the like teeth hurting your teeth. So obviously they're not going for people with diabetes with this because this is like I mean the pan coins is not beware, but I guess for every dollar you spend or something? What is it? Nisi's not telling me anything. She's just going, oh, spending
Um,
$5. It's monetary. So you can go in and get $100 check, and then every $5 you get, you would get a pan coin, and then after so much, you can redeem them for goods. I don't know. I know. I think that they should have dropped the people that are known for bringing joy in their professions and just said we got these celebrities that like pancakes and went that way. Maybe, but you don't like
it's very convoluted. I feel like it's way t you have to it's too long of a walk to get there.
too long of a walk. And obviously, if you are like really investing in the pan coin situation, long walks not one of the things you like to do. So this thinking, not judging, just an observation. With that said, we have
Trash.
one. Yeah, we're trashing that big style. So with that said, we're going to go into a very extra special story, which is
Ooh, forgot we have a bonus.
we have a bonus, and I'm going to do a screen share for April so everyone can see this wonderful thing because you have to see
Sweet.
you have to see the product.
Okay.
Mike Tyson is poised to grow Mike's Bites, cannabis brand that recalls ear biting incident.
Oh my god.
Are you ready? Do you want to see the
Barely. I'm already worried. Oh no. Oh no.
where are they?
Oh, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yuck.
Is there a bigger picture than that's it? So these are Mike's
Oh,
Bites,
oh my god.
and they're the little gummies that are shaped like an ear,
Oh my
and they have
god.
a bite taken out of them already.
Oh my god. I can't.
So
I think I'm a
what
little
say you?
nauseous. It's terrible.
So Mike Tyson has filed a trademark application for Mike Bites, and the filing indicates that Mike Tyson intends to sell Mike Bites branded pillows, clothing, toys, rolling papers, and more. Okay, so Mike Bites. So Mike Tyson is going to be a pillow biter.
Rolling papers, vape pens, sure, because it's like cannabis edibles,
Toys. It's probably Mike taking a bite out of someone or something.
but pillows?
Yeah,
The keychains
clothing.
and clothing.
Well, clothing, you know what that's gonna be like t-shirts and stuff and
I
like
mean, just to add
sweatshirts.
to the hilarity of it, like, look how stoned he looks in that picture.
Oh yeah.
Like high as a effing kite. Like he's like going to the moon. That guy.
Hey,
Like
it's going to the moon, that guy. Hey. What the hell? Thanks, Jackie Mason, for that aside. Holy hey, that guy. He's got some crust, that one.
I
Yeah.
mean, look at that picture.
Galupa.
It's
So
amazing.
I'm going to cash this because I think it's absolutely hilarious. And would I try Mike's Bites? Uh, I don't like gummy things, but definitely would buy it and give it to somebody, maybe a co-host.
Oh my god, you know I would never eat that. I would definitely give it to Tiffany though.
There you go.
Honestly, I still feel nauseous just thinking about eating someone's ear bitten ear.
Well, you know what? Some people get sick off of ears. Some people get sick off of chicken and roses. But you know, everyone has their day. I'm cashing and you're trashing, I'm guessing.
I'm trashing. I can't handle it.
She can't handle it, folks.
It's a good idea. I just still want to throw up.
Yeah. And also after all those pancakes you consumed.
I mean, I did actually make blueberry and banana pancakes this weekend. It
Oh
was
my God, I'm smelling a pan coin coming your way.
no.
You can put it in the international bank of like falseness
Oh my god.
and use it on like an optional upgrade for
Oh
more whipped
boy.
cream on your
Oh boy.
coffee or something. Anyway,
Oh boy. All right.
so folks, what did we learn today? Not a lot. We covered we busted some hypes. There was a hype busted here and there. We didn't really want to
we
overload you with
we learned
like
about Florida prepping and overlanding.
overlanding. See, this is the stuff that you guys wanted. You wanted those personal stories. You want to see what April's doing on the day to day. You know what I mean? You want to see. You want to get a glimpse into my gardening loved life. You know, and then we end up. You know what? You got Mike Tyson pillows coming your way. You know what? So we're giving away. We're not. We have no giveaways. But if you want to advertise on Hypebusters, please call April, and she will record your voice, and then we'll
Oh,
put it together in post because this is recorded.
oh God.
So April, thanks for being a wonderful co-host and for joining me along with the audience and everyone.
So disingenuous.
It's thanks everybody for listening.
So also disingenuous.
Hey,
Try again.
I have not, April, hold on. I have
Be
not
real.
gotten a notification for
Be
my
real.
2-minute fucking video. So hold your horses because that's when I'm going to be authentic. Right now, full bullshit. As soon as I get that notification, real sparkle. I'm going to get my hoodie on. I'm going to get real.
Oh my God.
And you know it's real because I'm wearing a very masculine sweatshirt.
Snoopy, 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 Snoopy.
Yeah. So if you do not have our exclusive OnlyFans or Patreon access, this is when you would be able to see me showing my Snoopy sweatshirt. It's an
And naked.
exclusive. So
Gonna
thanks
volunteer
everybody
to
for
be Chris
joining
to be
us.
shirtless.
Shirtless,
Yeah.
ready. Thanks everybody for joining us for another barnstorming episode of Pipebusters.
If you have any questions about the news, companies, any conversations from the show, let us know. You can find our contact details in the show notes below.
Our DMs are always open for nudes, news, companies, and suggestions you want to
Just
hear
news,
about.
not nudes. Not nudes. News.
Nudes.
News.
News. And whatever you want to hear about next. And if you're looking for a chance to put your brand in the hot seat, we do want to hear from you.
We will see you next time for more real talk on strategic communications with Chris and April.
Yeah, we're Hype Busters. Bye, people. See you
Bye.
later. Bye.